From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm David Augustine. In British Columbia, Vancouver police say a man has been arrested after a vehicle was driven through a crowd Thursday night. Police say the man drove through the Pacific Coliseum Arena while the Cirque du Soleil show was taking place. Sergeant Steve Addison told Global News that no one was injured and the crash does not appear to be an act of terrorism.
We are investigating the possibility that this was mental health related based on information that we have obtained from our officers who responded, from witnesses on scene, and from others in the community. We do believe that this person was in the midst of some sort of a mental health break or episode when this happened.
Addison said the 30-year-old man from Vancouver was apprehended under the Mental Health Act. Security officials at the G7 Leaders Summit in Kananaskis say plans are in place in case wildfires become a serious threat. Kananaskis will host the meeting of the leaders from Canada, the US, France, Germany, Japan, the UK, and Italy, as well as the European Union, from June 15th to 17th. RCMP Chief Superintendent David Hall says they're ready for wildfires if it becomes a problem.
Certainly from a security planning perspective, making sure that our plans incorporate, the potential that we may need to evacuate the summit site. We may need to deal with evacuations that are ongoing around the summit.
Hall says evacuations in surrounding communities could also impact roads in and out of Kananaskis. Statistics Canada is set to reveal employment numbers for May today.
Economists are expecting a loss of 12,500 jobs last month and for the unemployment rate to tick higher to 7%. In April, the economy gained 7,400 jobs, but the headline number got a one-time boost in hiring tied to the federal election. The report also showed a contraction in manufacturing as the tariff dispute with the U.S. started to take a toll. The Bank of Canada will be watching the labor market data closely just 2 days after it left its benchmark interest rate on hold for the second straight time. Michelle StatCan, the Canadian Press.
And a new poll suggests almost 2 in 5 Canadians are less confident in the future of U.S. trade relations. It comes amid recent court rulings in the U.S. and the ongoing legal battle over President Donald Trump's tariffs. Leger's Executive Vice President for Central Canada, Andrew Enns, says had there only been one ruling, the one that initially blocked the tariffs, that could have helped increase people's confidence.
People, certainly it didn't make them feel any more confident about things. I think potentially had there been one ruling, the first ruling would have maybe helped on things that maybe the rule of law would have, but it now obviously very quickly on the heels there was a second ruling, and I think if anything it's left people a bit uncertain about the situation.
The Leger poll, which was conducted online and can't be assigned a margin of error, surveyed more than 1,500 Canadians between May 30th and June 1st. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, in the NBA, the Indiana Pacers took down the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 111-110 comeback win in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. The Pacers were down by 15 with just under 10 minutes left before they surged to the win. In the MLB, the Toronto Blue Jays crushed the Philadelphia Phillies 9-1 to take the 3-game series 2-1. They kick off their next series with the Minnesota Twins tonight in Minnesota at 8:10 p.m. Eastern. And in the NHL, the Edmonton Oilers and Florida Panthers are back at it this evening for Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Game 1 was full of hits with 51 hits per team. Oilers defenseman Darnell Nurse says his team did a good job of playing between the whistles against an opponent known for its playoff gamemanship.
The type and style of play that we're very comfortable playing with. And obviously they are too with Florida, and they do it very well, but I think our group also enjoys doing it.
Edmonton took the series opener 4-3 in overtime, with Game 2 going tonight at Rogers Place at 8 p.m. Eastern. From the Canadian Press, I'm David Augustine.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.